How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. It's Table Takes game night. Today we're playing Monster Hunter. Can you tell? We have a monster already.
We're not
That
playing Monster
monster
Hunter.
happened. Sorry, Monster of the Week. Ugh.
I was like, there's no
I'm
cow. There's
sorry.
no cat. What are the Palicos? There's no
I'm
little
sorry.
monster.
I'm
Where's
sorry.
It's
the
not
monster?
Capcom.
You are monster hunters in a RPG called Monster of the Week. Our monster is not Noir. Noir just happens to be a kangaroo who is part of this ragtag group of Scooby Doo gang character esque people.
You were gonna call
Um,
us Scooby Don'ts, weren't you?
no, I wasn't. I think
Hmm.
I think that was a Freudian thing that you're probably gonna have to work out, Marcus. So, um, really quickly, this is session number two. This is still episode one of one. There's only going to be one, and session two, meaning that last week we played lots of stuff happened. Let's do a quick recap. Marcus, do you want to remind the folks at home who you are, and then we'll have Noir do the same, and then we'll do a quick recap of what happened last episode.
Absolutely, I would love that. Hi, my name is Marcus. You can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, pretty much anywhere at Best Kind of Worst. And I am going to be playing Howie. I guess if you had to archetype him, the Shaggy-esque one of the group, but he's just a weirdo. I'm really excited to be back here playing this game. I really, really dug it last time. And yeah, I'm going to pass this over to Noir. Noir?
Hey, uh, I'm Noah. I go by Huey, and I'm playing Walter, the kangaroo, who also goes by Huey. All
And
right,
who's Walter in the world that we're playing in?
kangaroo.
No.
Also a school counselor, I guess.
School counselor.
Yeah.
Yes, a school counselor who happens to be affiliated with Howie. Do you remember how the two of you are connected?
Yes.
Would you like to tell us, please?
Nah.
Okay, Marcus, how about
Mysterious.
you?
It's a
Would you help us out here since Noir is absolutely no help?
yes. So I was really close with Penny, one of our friends, and then Penny was given Walter was assigned to Penny as a to keep Penny's violence, let's say, down. But me and Walter have been chill forever. I absolutely
Yeah.
remember our origin 100% like it was yesterday. Um,
We tight.
we're really tight. We driving around the back of cars. I have a van. We chill out there. We eat snacks.
We don't define our relationship.
No, yeah, it's pretty. Keep it open. Keep it cool. Keep it
Yeah,
light.
Chill.
I distinctly recall a basketball montage.
That's right. That's right. There was I wanted to I needed to join the basketball team. That's what it was.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I was trained, by this wonderful hoop dream kangaroo.
Why you remembering stuff?
It's just kind of these. It's just seeing your face just brings up like, and I just like it's like a little book. Oh my God, you went sideways. That kangaroo scares me in a good
So
way.
weird. Thank you, both of you. And for the folks at home, what did y'all get up to? Last week. What happened last session? Anybody?
Shenanigans.
Bueller.
All
I'm
right,
waiting for
so
Bonsai.
No, Bonza has no idea. Bonza wasn't here last week.
all
Is
right,
it
so
here?
what happened was we got assigned to solve a mystery by the vice principal. The mystery was like somebody's going around taking science fair stuff, and we were like, "That's pretty whack." So we went to go solve the mystery of who's taking people's science fair stuff. I beat up a janitor.
That's right. That's right. And just to be clear, the principal set you on this mystery is now having lots and lots of second thoughts, having assaulted not one but two faculty members so far. He is already on like he's this close to firing you, Noir, and expelling Howie as well. So let's see if y'all can pull it around. A couple more details that are really important. Y'all are students at a high school, the high school Bart Simpson Memorial High. This was a high school that was named this way because apparently there was a contest and the community got to reach out and say what they wanted the high school to be named. Unfortunately, there was a huge troll campaign that went on, and it was called the Bart Simpson Memorial High, as if Bart Simpson somehow died. We all know Simpsons will go on forever. There will never be the end of the Simpsons. So where you all are at now, hopefully you've been taking great notes. We don't have Anita today, unfortunately, but you've collected lots of clues to this mystery. Who has been stealing science fair projects? Which science fair projects have been stolen in particular? And what is the janitor up to? Why is Mrs. Mays being so cagey? What is this giant screen showing a robot for, and why has it the power to turn off all of the lights and lock you all inside the cafeteria? We're going to find out today as we introduce our new character, who Bonsai is going to introduce to us right now. Bonsai, please tell us more about who you are in this game.
Hello, I'm Bonsai Baby. I go by she, her, and I am playing Damien Laguanya, who is a he, him. I am the cafeteria lunchman.
Excellent, excellent. And what playbook were you given? The professional.
The playbook. Professional, yes. I'm a professional.
Tell us more about what that means. What kind of person are you?
Well, I look like a 5'2" strong, well-built man with shoulder length hair, maybe of Pacific Islander origin. I am the best. I am very super cool, super tough, because as a lunchman, you need to be prepared to prepare these luncheons at any time. Very cool under pressure.
But being a professional doesn't just mean you're a professional cafeteria lunchman. What else does it mean?
You
were given a very special letter, weren't you?
I was given a very special letter. Do people need to
Letter.
know about this? No?
Lover? Given a very special lover.
Letter.
Just checking.
Mystery letter. That's what we use in Monster of the Week in order
This
to
show
get
just
people
got spicy.
caught up to speed on things that they maybe missed out on in sessions that they missed. So
Yes.
why don't you read that mystery letter to all of us?
You want me to read this letter? Are you
This
sure?
isn't a secret to the other players. You're a professional. This archetype means that you are part of an agency, a special underground order who...
Oh, I thought I was supposed to be secret.
Well, not from the other players and definitely not from our audience. Only from the other characters in the game.
All right. So, hello, Agent B. Your target, Irene Zaitsin, is at the science fair at your school tonight. We believe she is possessed of a USB drive containing sensitive FBI information. Your mission is to infiltrate the event, find the USB drive, and retrieve it. Ask me one?
Yep, this is me talking to you. Ask me one of these questions.
Oh, ask me one of these questions at the start of the session. Who wants to win the science fair the most?
Aha! This is a great question. Okay, so you forego using any of the two other questions and you're only asking this one. But the other two should give you a little bit of a clue on things that maybe you want to learn throughout the game. We won't spoil those. I'll let you work on them on your own. But your question is, who wants to win the science fair the most? First things first, let's think about how you know who wants to win the science fair the most. You're a cafeteria lunchman. You get around. You hear some gossip once in a while, right?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe you heard one of the students in passing talking about something or another that gave you an insight into the secret motives of the entrance into the science fair. In particular, these are the people who want to win the science fair more than anybody else does. They've expressed this in great detail, as loudly as people can hear them. First of all, Irene Ziegelstein. You already know that. Oh, sorry, yes. Ziegelstein. Irene Ziegelstein wants to win the science fair because she wants to be able to take the prize, which you know to be priority class scheduling, which is basically a fancy way of saying you get to write your own class schedule. You can put all of your classes in one day on the weekend, like Irene wants to do, or you could take Felix's approach, who wants to win the science fair so that he can take all college level courses and get his master's degree before he makes it out of high school. Felix has created the drones science fair project, how they work. It's an experiment to see how they fare in different weather conditions, and he wants to win. But almost as badly as Irene and Felix want to win is Boris Brimsley, who sometimes goes by the moniker the Monster. Now, Boris wants to win because he wants all recess and all physical education classes. That's right. Boris just wants to be a basketball player slash soccer player slash football player, and he'll do whatever it takes to win the science fair in order to get what he wants.
The Monster.
Yeah, kids call him that. It's kind of his nickname. He's a football player for the Acorns, which is the school football team. He's a powerhouse on the field. He's the offensive lineman to beat for all of the other schools in the neighboring counties. Okay, so there's the answer to your question. Will you like to finish off your mystery letter?
Yes. Affiliates have supplied you with the gadgets disguised as ordinary objects. These objects should prove to be helpful in a pinch. A thin grappling hook disguised as a pen, a watch that can record audio if you click the timer 3 times, click, 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 a glue stick that can melt steel, and a pen case that can make a copy of any key you put inside of it. Good luck out there, Agent, and don't forget, we're watching you.
All right. It looks like the affiliates have given you a couple of gadgets disguised as ordinary items any, I guess, cafeteria lunchman would have. I assumed you were going to be a school student. That was my mistake. Never make assumptions about what your players are going to do, GMs.
I read
It'll
that
never
letter.
go
I
well.
read a different category. Okay, I'm sorry. I based my character off of what I read.
It's fine. You're doing great. Last thing we need to take care of for your character, Bonsai. Would you like to go through the history questions? And now that
I
you
know what questions. I know what questions.
Oh, great. Now that you know who Howie and Walter are, can you tell us how you know them or what your history with them is using 2 questions from the list?
Okay. So Howie, what's up, cuz? You're my relative.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's right. We are really related. That's true.
Yes, very, very related. At
Super
least
related.
second or second cousins at the very least.
Yeah,
maybe third.
I will say
hard.
you actually hooked me up with my van.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hooked me up with my van that me and Walter drive around in, solve mystery or whatever. Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really cheap because it fell off the bus, or fell off the back of the wagon. That's why, we hook each other up.
Shout out to my actual cousin Damien.
Now, I'm going to interrupt real quickly to ask a question for Damien.
Mhm.
Does your cousin Howie know about your involvement with the affiliates?
Not overtly, maybe. Not overtly.
Maybe.
I haven't said it in so many words for his protection.
Howie.
But they honestly, I think the family thinks I'm a gangster more than anything else.
Howie, what do you think about Damien?
Oh, Damien's great. Damien always would get me little toy cars when I was younger. Bring me a little toy car. I didn't like toy cars that much, but I never really questioned it. It was the thought that counts. So then when Damien helped me get my my van going, stocked it full of snacks, got it all set up. Damien's top tier. Damien can do whatever. Damien's good in my book, all the way.
Aw, you do seem very close. I'm happy to hear that. Next up, what's your second question, Damien?
So, what is it? Walter, why didn't we work out? We had so much charisma together. We almost had a potential relationship. Why didn't Why didn't you ever call me back?
Because you discovered I was a kangaroo.
Oh, okay. So here's what I'm picturing, and help me fill in the blanks here.
Mhm.
There is a budding relationship between Damien and Walter,
Yeah,
but somehow
my little boo
Damien
thing.
never caught on to the fact that you were a kangaroo.
I have a disguise kit.
Really? You were disguised as what?
Doug.
Doug?
I disguised myself as a human named Doug.
A human named Doug. Oh,
Do I
Yeah.
even call
interesting.
this a catfish? It's a kangaroo. I've been kangarooed.
But here's the
Yeah.
thing. Walter, we've
Yeah.
already played through a whole session where you were just not in disguise at all. Everybody
Yeah.
knew you were a kangaroo. So what
Yeah.
happened? What changed? Why did you take off the disguise?
Because Damien and Neve came to my house and they exposed that I was catfishing. And now the
Wow.
world knows I'm a kangaroo.
And they kept you on anyway. They let you keep your job. It's the whole Airbud situation.
It's not illegal.
It's
to
just like
catfish.
Just like Airbud.
Identical to the plot of Airbud.
Excellent. Oh man. Okay. Now, another question for all three of you actually. Has Damien been on any mysteries with the gang
So
before?
I'll say that there's been, like, if I may answer, you guys could obviously chime in, whatever. But my thought would be like, yeah, Damien always kind of shows up towards the end. Things are getting really tricky. I don't know. He just kind of always pops in there and kind of always resolves itself. But yeah,
Yeah,
That's great.
I try not to be around when David comes because it's a little awkward.
we have a nice
Oh,
little
man.
section in the back of the. It's a section in the back of the van where you can actually open it up, and it's a compartment where you can store all of your illicit. I mean, you can store the kangaroos when it gets really hard emotionally in there. So that's, I think we call it a little crying cubby. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Crying cubby.
Walter's little
Yeah.
crying cubby.
This is-
It's a little safe zone.
This is
I'll
great.
put like favorite cookies that I thought he liked, in there. But whatever. It's okay. It's fine. It's
Okay.
cool. It's cool.
Okay. So I think we are almost ready to start. I'm going to set the scene so that you all can place yourselves where you would be at the time where all the lights shut down. And suddenly, all on its own, a projector comes down from the ceiling and a face is projected on the screen. It's the face of a giant robot's head. And this robot says in a robotic voice, let me turn my echo on for this one, actually.
Oh, please do.
Ooh.
Hopefully. I am Zork. Bow to me. Okay. And as soon as he says that, lights flash on, but not the cafeteria lights. Instead, they're all of the lights from flying dragons. There are flying dragons whizzing around the room. They're shining spotlights all over, so you get glimpses of people panicking. You can hear people rushing from science project and corridor to corridor, table to table. A bunch of people crowd at the doors trying to break their way out, but for some reason they are all locked, and it hits you, all of you, at the same time. You realize the school just implemented new digital locks, electronic security system, and somehow it's been sabotaged and nobody is able to break through. Some people are even going to the windows and trying to open them or smash through them, but nobody's able to do that. And as you hear people causing this commotion, freaking out, you hear an explosion. A massive explosion as one of the dragons breathes fire on one of the science projects. And it just so happens to be a baking soda volcano, which really only serves to enhance the experience. And one of the students that was actually standing nearby is actually pleasantly surprised to see that they might have a better chance at winning now. But then that student themselves cowers in fear as the flames go whizzing over their head. They have to duck down underneath their table, cowering and shivering as they wait for the dragon to pass by, which they eventually do. So I'm throwing it all to you all. There's no turn order, but I do want you to go one at a time. So you'll decide amongst yourselves what you're going to do. I'll give you one action each until I decide we're going to lift the initiative out of the game. So talk to each other, decide what you're going to do. First of all, figure out where you are, what you're doing at the time that all of this is happening, and then you can decide what you're going to do about it.
Okay, so we are all definitively locked in. Are we like locked in the space?
All three of you are inside the cafeteria.
Okay.
Ah,
And I am likely. I can't remember if I regained consciousness at the end of the last session or.
Thank you for reminding
Okay.
me, because you are the exception to this rule, Howie. You are not inside the cafeteria right now. In fact, last time we saw you, I believe, got knocked out
Yeah.
when the janitor was trying to handcuff you.
I knocked myself out getting out of the handcuffs, which I successfully got out of.
Exactly.
But I did.
You are not handcuffed.
Yeah.
However, you are unconscious, and when you come to, you find yourself handcuffed. You are handcuffed to a chair. You are sitting in what appears to be the administrator's office. The administrative office, you look around, you can see posters up on the walls with rules on them, a big calendar, a big schedule for how proceedings are going to go throughout the week or the next month or so. And the science fair project, Friday the 13th, right up there. You also see the front desk where nobody's sitting right now because it's pretty late and everybody's busy with the science fair. And the janitor is standing there with you, jingling his keys, twirling them around on his finger. And he says to you, "Well, Howie, now I kind of warned you. I've already contacted your parents. They're on their way right now to pick you up. Don't worry. I think they're going to let you off easy. I told them over the phone that you got a little too, you ate a few too many pixie sticks and you got a little crazy there and got a little bump on your noggin when you ran into a door. So don't worry. Everything's going to be just fine."
Oh, so what do you think happened to all the stuff that you were sneaking into that room?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Howie stands up with the chair just dangling. I'm assuming because they don't have bolted desks in admin offices. So he's just got the chair dragging behind him, hooked to the handcuffs. Just kind of walks up to him, kind of like maybe in more power if he wasn't dragging behind a little plastic metal chair on his wrist. Just like, so you called my parents, huh?
So Howie, it looks like you're trying to lift up the chair.
Yeah, I mean, I just standing up. He's got normal arms.
Roll plus tough.
Okay, tough to pick up a chair. Let's do it. Oh, no, the forward doesn't matter. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you don't have any forward right now.
That's a mixed success. Wait,
Yes,
that's
yes,
Walter.
it is.
Wait, that's Walter. Yeah, there we go. Howie.
Yeah. So Howie, you are handcuffed to the chair. You are a child, but this chair is no problem for you. You're able to move around. Well, you're able to scoot. You're able to scoot around on this chair. It's kind of hard for you to lift it up and stand at the same time, but you're able to scoot around.
So I'm definitely scooting over to the janitor.
The janitor just watches you approach as he's jingling his
Look
keys.
at it, and then I scoot back slowly into the chair, scoot around a little bit till I'm right in front of the administrative desk, and I start trying to unlock the computer.
Okay, your hands are cuffed behind your back, so the janitor
They're
actually
cuffed
comes
behind my back?
Yeah.
What is
So
this, an American school?
Yep. So the janitor grabs you by the chair and drags you back to the center of the room. And he says, whoa there, buddy. Sorry. Can't let you do that. That's off limits to students.
But the handcuffs aren't?
No. I was told I could handcuff the students that are very dangerous. And I don't need to remind you what happened to get you knocked out.
Yeah, I believe I was trying to uncover the dirty doings you were up to.
Stop talking.
Oh, I can't. You
Oops.
didn't handcuff my mouth.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got a little too excited there. I shouldn't have yelled at a student. That's my bad.
Could
I'm
you?
a janitor. I have a responsibility to my students. Sorry about that. Sorry, I yelled at you.
You're not really forgiven. No
Let's jump
offense.
on over. Let's jump on over. Let's see. Walter and Damien, where are the two of you? What are you doing as mayhem is ensuing?
Or you go ahead.
No, you go first.
You're too nice.
We're all like, no, we'll punch you in the face.
Please,
Say,
after
"My turn."
you.
No, I am basically, since there's fire happening, I am going to use like kind of my recognized authority as the cafeteria man, because this is my cafeteria. How dare they? And tell people to like calm down, and like look for the water flippy on switchy thingy.
Oh, okay. So I think this works best as reading a bad situation roll.
Yes.
How do you feel? Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
work.
Okay, go ahead and try to read a bad situation. This uses plus sharp. What that means is you're going to roll 2d6 and you're going to add your sharp value. To do that, you go into your character sheet on roll 20,
Mhm.
and then you find the sharp attribute. We call it ratings. And lucky for you, this is actually one of your highlighted ratings. That's right. I gave you 2 highlighted ratings I haven't told you about just yet, but I'm telling you about them now. So you've got sharp and cool as your 2 highlighted ratings. This means anytime you use sharp or cool to make a move, that's what you're doing right now. You're making a move.
Yeah.
Anytime you use one of those 2 ratings, you mark off one of your experience points. And when you mark off 5 of them, you get an improvement. And as soon as you mark off all 5, let me know. We'll pause for a second so you can pick your improvement. There's a list when you scroll down, but you need 5 experience to get an improvement. And they'll probably give you like a bonus to one of your ratings, or you'll get an extra move, or you'll even maybe get a special thing that only professionals get.
Okay.
So there you
I
go.
just click on sharp. Yeah.
You click on the dice that's next to sharp. And then when it says forward plus or minus, that just means if you have a bonus, which I will have given you, so you'll know if you get it or not. But if you have a bonus, you'll add it in there before you roll. But you can just put a 0 for now.
Okay. I got
right, what'd you get?
7.
A 7. That's a mixed success.
Yes.
That's pretty good. So you describe what you're doing. And describe your motions. Describe what Damien's intentions are.
I'm using my cafeteria man voice to tell all these youngins to calm down and get orderly. It is fine. This is just a very good illusion from somebody's science fair project. They need double A's, but also, how did they? Like, I'm looking for the little pull tabby, the fire alarm. That's what it's called.
Oh, you're looking for the fire alarm. You want to set out the fire alarm.
Yeah, to make the fire water.
Okay, but you have to know, like, it's not just gonna like set some lights off. There's gonna be a loud blazing sound. It's probably gonna alert the authorities. It's maybe some sprinklers are gonna come on. Are you sure you want to do that?
No, actually, no. Somebody's science fair project got out of hand. Someone who needs to claim this. I'm gonna pawn it off as somebody else's science fair project.
Awesome.
That potentially would do lights and weather. Is it that Felix kid? Felix, did you do this? The one with you like weather stuff?
Great. Okay, great. So whenever you make this move, read a bad situation, you get to ask one of the following questions. Actually, go into your playbook and you can see the questions under read a bad situation under the Hunter Moves reference. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay, great. So now you get to ask one of these questions. Go ahead and take a look. Which one of these do you want the answer to?
What is the best way to protect the victims?
This is an excellent question. Okay, you're a cafeteria lunchman. You have been calming down all the students and your mind is starting to clear and you're starting to keep your cool. And you realize there is a power box. There's a power box. All you need to do is get to it and shut it on, and it'll turn the lights back on.
Okay.
Walter, what are you up to?
I want to get out of a bad situation.
Get out of a bad situation. Interesting. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's one of the moves. It sounds like you're trying to read a bad situation as well. You also want to know where like the best exits are, or maybe you're trying to just
No,
act
I'm
under
trying to
pressure.
use runaway, which is when you decide to get out of a bad situation, you can get away just fine. Unfortunately, you'll end up somewhere just as bad, but important to the current mystery. So I'm locked in a cafeteria, and I don't want to be because that's a bad situation. So I'd like to not be locked in this here cafeteria anymore.
Oh man, how do I? Oh, okay, you prevented me with a problem here.
Yeah,
What
yeah, I
is
did.
as bad of a situation as the cafeteria right now? Let me think. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have you roll for this.
Okay.
Acting under pressure, keep your cool, make a cool move, add cool, and let's see where you end up. Okay, you got a mixed success. It's a 7. It's actually really good. So you do succeed. You're able to get not out of the cafeteria. It's locked. You haven't found a way out yet. But one of the dragons that's flying past you, you duck underneath the fire that it's breathing over you. You are able to hop your way over to a safe area. I'm not going to say as bad, but a safe area in the cafeteria, in back behind where the lunch is usually stored. That storage area. You get into the back room.
So
However,
okay.
waiting for you there is a giant, I'm going to say 7-foot tall robot. The robot's eyes are glowing red. You recognize it from the projector earlier. Its lights come on. It watches you as you shut the door behind yourself. And now you are standing in front of Zork. And Zork, well, it just watched you come in and is going to make a move. It's going to try to cause harm to you. Bow to Zork. All right, I'm going to roll now and see how much harm it's able to cause you. I don't think you have any armor, do you?
Kangaroos have natural plot armor.
I'm a god.
They can
dang
punch your
kangaroo.
stomach out. Kangaroos are massive. They got abs.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, natural armor.
Okay, well, let me see here. I'm going to roll this so y'all can see it. I got an 8 total.
Oh.
I'm gonna add Zork's plus tough here to make this move. Let me pull it up here. Okay. So Zork scans you. You hear the whirring and the whizzing and the beep, 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 beep. Target acquired. Activating energy blast, and then fires a laser at you. It doesn't hit you. It would have exploded you if it managed to, but what it does is it blasts the ground underneath your feet, and you go blasting through the door, skidding across the floor. Excuse me. And you're going to suffer 2 harm here. That's pretty bad. If you get past 4, you're going to have lingering injuries. These are injuries that are going to add +1 harm every once in a while until you eventually stop the bleeding, so to speak. But in this case, what it's just going to do is give you -1 ongoing to all of your rolls, as you are a little startled by the fact that this giant robot just blasted you through a door. And now we're going to jump over to Howie one more time. And Howie, you are staring down the barrel of the janitor's insidious gaze. You're nothing but you have nothing but animosity for this faculty member who has trapped you here. What are you doing?
Have you ever heard of a move called Wallop, where you improvise a weapon to attack something and you may choose one of these extra effects? Stun them with a blow to the head, trip or entangle them, or inflict one harm but the weapon breaks. The improvised...
That's a great move. That's a great move. However, you are handcuffed to a chair. So what I will say is,
that's the thing.
You can, if you can explain it in a way that makes sense to me, I can't wait to hear it.
Absolutely. The American school system is incredibly underfunded, even in this fictional world. They do not have a lot of great equipment. What their equipment is made of, plastic, and what little hopes and dreams are left in the school system. What I am asking you is the improvised weapon will be Howie's body attached to the chair, throwing his body weight in the chair into him, thus inflicting one harm possibly, but the weapon breaks if it's a success, which means the chair breaks.
Okay. Absolutely. Go for it. Please get an 8.
Let's
or sorry, a 7 or higher.
I mean, please. I'm really hoping, or else it's going to be real funny. You might see something really funny or really good. That's an 8.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Excellent. Okay, so it's a mixed success. What you intended to do isn't exactly what happened.
I was going to do like a cool flip. Like I was going to flip the chair and I was going to land like perfectly on my feet. It didn't happen that way.
Okay, well, you do manage to hurl yourself over at the janitor. You do cause one harm to the janitor, which is enough to stun him. Once again, you see those cartoonish canaries flying overhead once again as he is lying in a pile of rubble when it comes to the chair. But you're also going to cause yourself one harm for doing this. So go ahead, add one harm.
Yep.
Now, this is only going to give you a -1 temporary to your tough rating.
Okay.
So it's just going to be a little bit of a debilitation to your ability to maintain your physical stature as you do more wallops in the future. Also, you're still handcuffed, but the chair is no longer an issue. Damien, what are you up to?
I just saw Walter get blasted across the room, right?
Yep. Oh, yes. You just see Walter get blasted towards you. Yes. But you also know where the power box is. So you can try to help out Walter. You could try to do the power box, or you can try something else.
That looks bad. So I will go ahead and seeing that, oh my goodness, there's situations going on. I'll go ahead and leave no one behind and help Walter out, because that seems like the more dire situation right there.
Great. Tell me
Kangaroo
more.
getting flung across the room. That seems like a bad one.
Yeah, tell me more about how it works.
So in combat, when you help someone escape, roll sharp plus. On a 10, you get them out clean. On a 7 or 9, you can choose to either get them out or suffer no harm. Or on a miss, if you fail to get them out, and then you attract hostile attention.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So maybe, okay, yeah, definitely make this roll. I want to see how you do. And can you remind me what your 2 highlighted ratings are that I gave you earlier? Remember, this is how you get experience.
Sharp and what was it?
Cool.
Sharp and cool.
Make sure you have those written down, because I'm not going to remind you. Every time you make those moves, you get 1 experience point.
Okay.
And you should already have 1 experience point because you already rolled sharp once.
Yes. So this one will be another sharp roll.
All right. You get another experience. And then let's see what your roll is. Go ahead and click the dice.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Something. Okay. Don't forget. You still have luck. You only have 3 points for the next session. This one and the next session. But if you don't use it, you don't get it. Do you want to use it now, or do you want to save it for later?
I will use one now. I feel like it might be important.
And one thing you need to remember about luck. Actually, 2 things. If you run out of luck, meaning I'm actually going to mark off all of your luck except for 2 of them now. So you should have 2 more. If you run out of luck, you are doomed, which means doom moves happen. Doom things, bad things, unlucky things will happen to you if you don't have any luck at all. And the less luck you have, the more doomed you get. I think currently the lowest luck of anybody right now is currently Walter. Still has one, so he's not completely out there. But I mean, I guess that's probably why he got blasted through a door. Oh, and also you might have a special luck ability under luck special.
Yes.
What does it say?
When you spend a luck, your next mission from the agency comes with lots of red tape. Lots.
Oh, well, that's not good.
No,
Your next mission, that'll come later. You don't have to
that'll
worry
come
about
later.
it
That's
now.
a future problem to worry about. I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about that now.
But you have used one luck so far.
Yes.
Okay, so it looks like you have used your luck. You got a 12 plus. What happens when you succeed on leave no one behind? I get a 10 plus.
I go ahead and smoothly body roll in, like just like do the somebody's in danger, and then do the flip roll, and then I like while in mid roll, I grab Walter and then like floop, 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 roll out of the way of danger and like kind of slide him under one of the science tables.
Excellent. That's so
So
cool.
Oh, that
he's
is
hidden
awesome.
from view.
It's
So
like,
it's just like I bowl Walter under a table.
That's so
it's
great.
like an action
Okay.
romance now.
Yeah, so the robot Zork is on the rampage now. He is charging into the room. He blasts at wherever Walter was previously, but you have successfully gotten him out of the way. No danger to either of you. But Walter, now that you are out of danger and you and Damien are out of harm's way, it's still kind of hard to see. You get flashes of light once in a while as dragons um, are able to illuminate the area around you, a little bit. But what are you doing?
I think Walter is gonna like kind of shimmy away from Damien, going, "I had everything under control. I didn't need any help."
Sure.
Yeah. So
Especially all those times when we played Final Fantasy, when
I
you
knew
said you
this was
needed.
gonna happen. You can't let anything go.
We almost merged all of our loot together. And
Almost. But then you had to call and see that I was a kangaroo and then you couldn't handle it. So I mean, that life is over. That life is left behind. Now, if you excuse me, I have counselor work to do. He's gonna hop from the table.
As you were having this conversation, in the background, just like all around you, it's just like mayhem. It's insanity. Dragons breathing fire on more science projects. Parents and students alike losing their minds. It's pure chaos and mayhem. But you guys have like a nice heart to heart, little chit chat, real fast. What are you
angst.
doing, Walter?
I'm gonna go. Excuse me, robot. If I
Zork
can-
turns its head 180 degrees around to look at you.
Might I have your attention? I don't want to be in this cafeteria anymore. It's getting a little stuffy. So I think you should use your lasers to blow the door open so that I can leave, please. And I'm going to be using a pleasant and friendly manner. When you politely manipulate someone, your impeccable manners always count as a reason for the person to do what you say.
Okay, so now you have a good reason for this robot to try to do what you say. Why don't you make a manipulate someone move?
This role is actually a win-win as long as I don't die.
Nice.
All
pretty
right.
good.
So, you are talking to the robot. The robot ignores everything that you say, completely doesn't listen to you at all, but your very pleasant manner. You notice that you have an effect on Zork. Zork says, "Bow to me," and then blasts at you. But instead of blasting you directly or causing you any harm, blasts the door behind you. It seems that you angered Zork into doing what you wanted him to do. So the door has been blasted open, and Zork walks away to go over to a child and makes a move to try and pick them up. Give me 1 second here to see if Zork is successful. I'm rolling 2d6.
Ah,
Move. Let's see. A 9. Yeah.
Ah.
Zork grabs one of the children. You recognize this is actually Irene. Irene Ziegelstein sign is now being picked up by Zork. And Zork is shouting at Irene, who is kicking and screaming and saying, "Ah."
And
So, Howie.
just to be clear real quick, that Irene is the one who was the like front runner for the science fair.
Yes.
And she may or may not have a stolen USB drive
Yes.
from Abraham Lincoln or something. That was a different game. That was a different game.
No, that's a
That was another game night. Sorry. Okay, so
Howie, what are you doing?
Howie is in his head. He just did the most amazing like flip kind of thing, like awesome thing. So he's kind of buzzing off the adrenaline of that. He bends down with his hands are still tied behind his back. Bends down to grab the keys that the janitor was just so casually jingling around, like they weren't attached to anything. So
the janitor is still awake, still mobile, and you're able to break out of the chair and cause him some harm, but he's still up. Make a roll plus cool to try to act under pressure. This is a very pressure-heavy situation.
Okay. That's a 10.
You get the keys from him. You manage to wrestle them out of his hands, even though I guess he's a little dazed, a little confused, a little dizzy from having been hit so many times, kicked and bashed.
He got shared pretty hard, yeah.
So you get the keys from him, and you can go ahead and unlock your manacles.
I go ahead and unlock my manacles. Sorry, I just saw my kangaroo friend disappear for a minute. There was a computer in the administrative office. Was it when I was fussing around? Did I notice a password? Was it password protected? There's no time. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here.
It's very little time. I mean, you could try.
Howie doesn't know anything about computers.
The computer, do something, but
Howie just grabs the big
chasing
hard
after you.
He just grabs the big computer and runs out the door with it.
Okay.
At the very least, it's an improvised weapon for later.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you get it. You have the whole desktop. You just rip it out of the wall.
The wires are dangling behind. Part of the wall is coming with me though, because it's just like the drywall is just stuck in. I maybe took an outlet on accident because I yanked so hard.
Yeah. Let's jump on over to Damien. Davian, you're back in the cafeteria. Walter has just gotten another close call, and a wall has been blasted open by by Zork. And now people are
rushing out.
It's
all right. So now I don't have to worry about
commotion.
the people, but I do have to worry about the child that is being manhandled or robot handled.
Yeah.
I am going to then. It's fine. I get out from under that table, and then I I'm gonna do kind of a really cool macho man look scene, right? Of dynamically drop that child and fight a real cat of man here, and I just get ready to drop the child, you robot tin can bully. I throw insults at them. I say your mom was a beeper.
Okay, let me think.
Would
so
that
Zork,
be a fight?
Zork,
Yeah.
You don't get any recognition from him. You don't think that his feelings have been hurt or anything like that. He seems pretty cold, but he does respond to noise very frequently. So when you make a lot of noise, he turns around to look at you at the very least. And it sounds like you're trying to manipulate him into doing something, like, for instance, dropping the student. So go ahead and make a roll and add sharp.
Okay.
Sorry, no, this is charm. Roll and add charm.
Would this just be charm straight up?
You could just click the dice next to manipulate someone under the Hunter Moves reference.
Okay. Manipulate somebody. Okay. And that's charm.
Yes, and also I would give you
Oh.
+1 on rolls based off
I already
of,
rolled.
I know. I would give you +1 ongoing on any
Okay.
rolls made using information that you got from reading a bad situation. The only
Okay.
information that you got, however, was about the power box. So when you do
That
that,
was
you'll
power
have
box.
+1. But for
Yes.
now, this is a failure. However, you do
Yes.
have someone nearby who can help out and give you that +1 that you need if they want to. Otherwise, you have to use luck or you just fail. Doesn't look like they want to help you out.
No, I'll just be.
So go ahead, Bonsai. What happens?
If I fail, oh no! They hold on to the child even tighter.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. So I was asking what you were like saying to.
Oh, I was just trying to make be very macho. Like you have stepped into my territory. I am the cafeteria man. I am in charge of this area, and no child shall be harmed unless they slip on some jello or something. But no child shall be harmed in this eating establishment.
Bow to me. And Zork shoots an energy beam at you. So yeah, Zork is going to roll here. Let's see what he gets.
I'm too cool to hit.
I got a 10.
Ow.
So it looks like Zork is actually going to harm you in this case. You're going to take 2 harm as you are going to lose one of your items. I'm going to say the pencil case gets blasted, as well
my
as
combat armor doesn't help me.
Oh, you have combat armor.
Mhm.
So armor will protect you from a number of harm. It looks like in this case
armor too.
2. Let me double check. I understand how armor works in this game.
They just thought I was heavy set, but
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. So Zork is going to have to do more harm to you in the future in order to break past it and do some harm. So yeah, the energy blast bursts into your armor. And it looks like you are going to lose the pencil case, but you don't suffer any physical harm.
So I still lose the pencil case.
Yeah, you lose the pencil case. So it gets blasted away and goes skidding across the floor, singed. You can smell the smoke rising out of it. The gadget is completely useless to you now.
Okay.
And then Zork is going to take a second move. Is going to move a second time into the cafeteria area. Is actually going to pick up the door and weld it down so that the room is closed off, and he's got Irene with him. So now Irene is trapped in there with him. But then as he does that, the lights come back on, and Howie. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip over you, Walter. I'll get back to you. But Howie, what's happening with you?
Howie is running around with one piece of the handcuff just dangling off his wrist, a computer tower in his arms with all of the cords dangling out, maybe a little chunk of the wall, and just trying to find anyone. You just hear screaming and explosions. I'm out of the administration office, and everyone's stuck in the cafeteria. Remember, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody is being herded into the library for safety. There's a wall blown out right next to it, and the principal, the vice principal, and several of the teachers are trying to get everybody into the library to safety.
Okay. And so then I will probably come right out. I would burst right out there and see them do this, so that I would be visible to the whole crew. Yeah, I guess Howie would likely just walk into the cafeteria if he doesn't see any of his friends.
Walter, what are you doing? Zork has just closed off the entire back room to the cafeteria.
Oh, but before that, he blew the door that I asked him to.
Exactly.
So I could leave, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
yeah,
all the students and teachers and faculty are leaving the cafeteria out and into the library.
Okay. I actually want to go to the administrative office.
Okay. Okay, you go over it. There's no more turn order or anything like now right now, so y'all can just speak freely. But Walter, you go over to the administrative office. You see Howie actually leaving, and a janitor running after Howie.
I'm just gonna look at the janitor and I'm gonna go. You down for round 2?
The janitor skids to a stop to see you again and says, how about no?
Can I use manipulate someone to try and intimidate them?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Wait, hold on. Ew.
A mixed success. Interesting. Okay. So, you got an 8, which means you got a mixed success. Not everything you wanted to happen does, but you do succeed in part. The janitor says, okay, I can see that you're a little upset, and rightfully so. But as a school counselor, you probably know that as faculty, we're held to a higher standard. So let's not fight, huh? How about we just don't fight anymore?
Leave the kid alone then.
Yeah. Here, looks like everybody's going into the library. Let's go in there. We'll have a nice chat with the principal,
Don't
and
talk to
we'll
me.
get all this sorted out.
I don't like you. It's like he would just keep trying to go to the administrative office.
Okay. The janitor leaves, so you can go into the administrative office. The janitor leaves.
Walter is very specifically looking for the books. He's looking for budget information.
Okay. Investigate a mystery move.
Okay, so what I have to roll for that? Sharp.
Probably, yeah, sharp. While you're doing that, the janitor is going into the library. He's not running anymore because Howie's like way ahead of him at this point. You got a 12.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
perfect. That's a
Nice.
double 6 is excellent.
Advanced
Or
success.
Maybe did you get a 10 plus 2? No, yeah, you got a 10 plus 2. Okay, perfect. So yeah. All right, you're investigating a mystery. You're trying to gather information. You're specifically looking for information about budgetary information.
I got a hunch.
You can ask me one question about the budget, and I'll answer it for you as best I can, instead of one of the questions that's on the list for investigative mystery. But you can also ask another question on the list. You hold 2, which means you get 2 questions.
Oh, where's the list?
Oh, go into your Hunter's Move reference. It's at the top of your, second to the top of your playbook on your character sheet on Roll20.
Oh, I see. Okay. This is investigative mystery. All right. Cool. All right. So, what is being concealed here?
Perfect. Okay. So,
Ooh.
and you're asking about the budget. Let's see here. Yeah. So, interestingly enough, you heard the principal mention this in passing recently. While the principal was yelling at you for causing a commotion and being too rowdy with the students and with the faculty, he actually mentioned that he got off the phone with the mayor recently, and the mayor said that they're going to cut funding if the science fair doesn't go well.
And the funding is usually cut from the drama team. That's what I remember hearing.
Yes. In fact, you can see plans in place, sort of backup plans. Emergency funds are going to be taken from the custodial budget, the drama budget, and interestingly enough, also the let me pull this up. Where is it? Hold on. Sorry, 1 second.
It was the drama budget, the custodial budget.
Yes, and almost got it. 1 second. Yes, the extracurricular activities.
Okay.
Specifically, we're talking about the
Robotics,
football
maybe?
team,
Oh,
the
okay.
soccer team, the basketball team, sports and extracurricular activities like those are going to be cut in order to be able to afford to pay the teachers and field trips and things like that and maintenance. But now, Howie, you said you were rushing somewhere. Where did you go?
I was just rushing towards the sound of the explosion. I must have just missed Walt, because I probably would have stopped and hung out with Walt.
No, yeah, the two of you. I mean, you're running away from the janitor.
Yeah,
and the
and then
janitor's chasing after you.
This one, kind of like that. So,
and the janitor stopped, giving you time to do something.
They're telling us to not go into the cafeteria, correct?
Right.
Okay, then Howie definitely goes to the cafeteria.
Cool. The lights are back on, and you see Damien is still in there. None of the other students are inside, but the science fair projects, there are dozens of them in complete shambles. The dragons are nowhere to be found at this point. Damien, you watch as when Zork goes back into his room, the dragons go in with Zork. They have all retreated into this back room. So it's just you and Howie.
Well, as soon as he tries to seal up the door, because I need to get to I can't let Irene go.
Sure.
So I'm gonna use my glue stick because he sealed the door, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna unseal just enough for me to kind of roll into, cut a chunk out, and then go into. My mission is just get Irene.
Okay.
At this point, she's in danger, as far as I know.
Okay.
I'm gonna
perfect.
Also, as a reminder, I'm in the room and I have the entire keys to the building.
Unfortunately,
well,
this is all happening before you made it into the room.
Before I made it in. Okay.
So, Damien, you're trying to act under pressure here, but I'm gonna say it works. I'm not gonna have you roll for this. You are using your gadget to try to melt through the steel. It is going to take some time, several minutes. So you kind of have to wait for the metal to corrode. It's going to take a while, but you'll get through it.
It's going to take that long. Is there no, there's no window or other,
No, there's no way into the room at all. But eventually the door will collapse and you will have entry. You just got to wait.
That's going to take too long.
But you see Howie rushing in.
Hey, cuz, what happened here?
No time to explain, cuz we got a kidnapped child in there, and it's my duty, since that child got kidnapped in this cafeteria, that I must retrieve it.
Kid got napped, cuz?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. What did I miss?
Know how dragons, robots, lasers, it's pretty cool.
Dragons? I missed dragons and robots and lasers? I had to sit in the administrative office. I was handcuffed, still am. I missed all the cool stuff? Really?
Sorry.
Is there even but there's a kid kidnapped, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's kind of
what's
exciting.
Her face? Irene.
Oh. Wait, Irene was kidnapped. She was the one that they said might be a winner of the science fair.
Well, what are the cases? Do you know a faster way to get in here? Or a way you think someone would try to escape from this room?
I don't spend a lot of time in the cafeteria. I usually ditch that period.
I told you I would give you extra chocolate milk, and you didn't even come and visit me when I said I got this job. I see how it is.
I visit you afterwards on your smoke breaks.
That's fair.
Okay, so what are you doing to this wall? Is it a wall that you're taking apart? Is that what it is?
I guess whatever I think is the fastest way to get into this room, because it got sealed.
That's the fastest way. You're doing it great. Yeah.
And this is the sealed room in the cafeteria.
Yep.
Is it the okay, so I'm thinking, is this like the freezer?
Yeah, it's the storage area, it's the freezer, it's the back room where food is actually prepared. And there's windows that are shut right now, impassable, where the food is usually served to students, where they'll walk up.
Where's Walt?
Okay.
Walter is in a different room. You don't know where Walter is.
I was
spending some time doing something in a different room.
Walter,
did you guys have a fight again?
No.
I'm
very busy.
Okay, so at this point, Howie kind of takes a second. What was the room that the janitor was trying to keep us out of that he locked the door and he had
the gym?
The gym. Then Walter's just going to kind of back away from the emotional baggage of his cousin and best friend's relationship and go kind of to the gymnasium and use the keys to unlock the door.
Okay. Yes, you do have the keys still. Before you do that, I actually want to.
yeah.
Oh wait, you're not there. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. You don't know any of that.
Okay, sounds good.
I think when you go to the gymnasium, you unlock the door. In the administrative office, Walter, you're coming out and you see Howie going into the gymnasium.
Handcuffs, the big computer tower. Hey,
What happened? Why are you carrying a big old computer?
oh, I took it from the administrative office after I beat up the janitor.
Oh, I think I got this whole thing figured out.
Yeah? Do you want to check out the gym with me?
I need to find the principal.
The bald one?
Yeah. Is he in the gym?
He could be. I don't know. Let's check it out.
What is Damien in the gym?
No, Damien's in the cafetorium trying to
Oh.
save the.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Did you guys fight again?
No. I'm very busy.
Damien, you don't have to stay and keep applying the glue stick. You've applied enough that all you have to do
It's
now
just
is
gonna-
wait. You're muted.
Oh, sorry. I guess if it's more like I know. Let me go ahead and check on my cousin at the very least. He looked like he was banged up.
Okay, you see Howie
can't
and
really do
Walter
it.
are having a conversation outside the gym.
Oh. You sure you're okay? Because it looked like you were a little banged up. I have to wait. There's nowhere they can get out of the cafeteria. They're just kind of
Okay.
stuck in there.
But I'm okay. Beat up the janitor. Feeling pretty confident about myself right now. I got a
The
computer.
handcuffed. I'm just gonna kind of help. I'll put that like acid thing
Oh, yeah.
a little bit to kind of help.
Oh wow, they really stocked you up in the kitchen, huh?
Yeah.
The glue stick is now completely empty.
Ooh. Do you want to check out what was going on in the gymnasium?
Oh, really? Really? How right in front?
I'm distinctly not looking at Walter.
Okay. Well, if I'm just gonna try these keys.
Yeah.
Like,
The door unlocks.
what is inside once I enter?
In the gym, you can see it's completely empty. There are the large seat benches. I don't know what those are called, but the
Bleachers?
seating area. Huh?
Bleachers.
Bleachers. There's a giant bleachers. The big basketball hoops. All the equipment's put away and locked away right now. But there is a giant bag in the gymnasium, half opened, and there are wires spilling out of it.
Aha! I knew that janitor had a bag of something. I dive. Howie, goes in and just starts pulling, or let's say just picks up the bag and just dumps it out. Howie wouldn't be subtle. He just dumped the whole thing out.
Yeah, you can't really make head or tails of what any of this stuff is supposed to be used for. There are cables you're not familiar with. There's a couple of boxes that looks like there are places to plug things into.
Is that European?
But for the most part, it's just a bunch of wires, and there's quite a few of them. There's a lot of them.
Okay, so how? So Howie has no knowledge of this then, correct? Like he's not. I can tell you, he's not a computer person.
Oh yeah, definitely no idea what to do with any of these things.
Why would, he says out loud, a janitor be stealing a bunch of cords and wires and then throw them in the gymnasium? That's not where wires go.
Well,
Is there copper wires fetch a pretty good price on the market?
Do they look like copper wires?
They look like all wires.
All wires.
Every
Every wire you could imagine just across. Okay.
No, nothing that looks like a USB or any other computer parts. Yeah.
There's definitely ports where you could plug a USB in.
I have an idea.
Mm.
And Howie starts plugging in every possible cord into the computer tower. And that's it. There's no real, unless something magically happens, nothing will happen. But he is plugging in every single cord.
One of the boxes is actually a screen, a monitor. And there's actually a mouse there too. You can set up a whole computer this way.
Well, Howie goes to, of course, his number one. Every time Howie buys a computer, needs a good build, needs a new build, he always goes to Walt. Walt knows a lot about computers, so
Yeah.
Howie's just kind of like tangled up in wires and just like looking over
Hey.
at Walt like, help.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
let's get you untangled.
Okay.
All right, let me share the news that I have with all of you. So this science fair, right? I think it's being sabotaged by the janitors and the drama kids and some of the extracurriculars because they don't want their budget to be sliced.
You know, that adds up because the drama teacher was one of the ones acting a bit shifty.
Yeah.
I
So did the
I
janitor.
feel an obligation to inject some truth into maybe some misunderstanding that might be going
Please
on.
do.
What you saw in the budget was that in the event that the science fair does not go well,
Mhm.
those folks are the ones whose budgets will be cut.
Their best interest to make sure the fair goes well.
Exactly.
So this going badly will affect them negatively, not this.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so they would have the most to lose. These are the people who would have the sports. So that's Boris would have the most to lose, the theater teacher as well as the janitor.
Yes.
So okay.
Do I know the door isn't melted yet? I'm just kind of like,
You still have to wait.
Jesus.
Still have to wait in the same room with your ex. Did you two
I'm
fight?
gonna organize wires a little bit. I'm gonna do like the handover.
The screen turns on. You've plugged it in correctly, and on the screen it says log in.
I type in yes.
The screen boots up, and you can see several files that you can click into, several folders, but they're all encrypted, and you're not sure what any of them mean.
Hey, so I had a hold two, if I recall correctly, right?
Oh, what?
I had a hold two with my plus 12 with my 12.
Yeah, you had two questions.
I only asked one.
You only asked one.
Oh.
What's the password?
You were already logged in?
Oh,
yeah.
Quickly, another question.
Oh, you didn't have to find the password. Okay.
It was
you
yes.
did find the password. It was yes.
Yeah.
Oh, are you? Wow.
Log in? Question mark? Yes. That's what Howie would type. Yeah.
Where is the most beneficial evidence on this computer?
On this computer. Okay. So, you see a folder marked "Do not open" amongst all of the mayhem. So you should definitely click on that one.
Howie, I think it's the one that's marked "Do not enter."
Unless it's a mislead.
I don't
Yeah,
think
you
that
know
that's
about
smart.
misleading.
Wow, really? Right now, right here?
Are you
really
both
wanna do
fighting
this?
right now? Like, please, I don't want to be between this. You both are great, individually and separate. Just get
Maybe
over
he
your
just
stuff. Come on.
Doesn't know how to not pick a fight.
Guys always do this. This is just like when we went to Action Park.
Guys, what are you doing?
The question you went. So I guess we just double.
I answered the question. What are you doing?
Howie triple clicks the thing. Yeah, he doesn't know about
Okay,
double clicking.
so you accidentally closed it again, but then you opened it again, and then on the screen you see dozens of pictures of Principal Ackerman and Vice Principal Nygaard going in and out of restaurants together, going in and out of the janitor's closet together. You see them sharing a kiss behind a van that looks suspiciously like yours, with the same painting on the side and everything.
That's my van. Oh my goodness.
I mean,
oh wait, hold on, no, not Principal Ackerman. Sorry, the janitor and Vice Principal Nygaard. Sorry, I got that completely wrong.
Okay.
It's the Vice Principal and the janitor.
Okay.
Oh,
well, this is upsetting.
Well, I think that might have put the last piece into place. if the science fair goes badly and the budget needs to be cut that severely, it won't look good on the principal. And so they may get rid of the principal only to elevate the vice principal.
Just getting real Game of Thrones in this school.
I mean, it's really only a $5,000 raise from vice principal to principal, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do in these tough times.
But didn't I hear something about dragons?
Yeah, they're dragons.
Like
They're
I haven't
dragons.
seen Howie hasn't seen anything. He hasn't been a part of. He's seen monsters before, but not like he hadn't seen what Zordo. What is his name?
The big old robot.
Zork.
Yeah, also, I got shot by that giant robot, so I need to find out who's responsible for this for the lawsuit.
Are you good? You got shot?
It was mainly just fire, but it burnt the patch of my fur.
Oh, geez. I'm sorry about that.
That's fine. I've been hurt worse. Just glares at me.
Oh my gosh. Can you put it behind you for just once and get along? I want to hang out with my two best friends, okay? I want to do that. I want to solve mysteries. I want to solve crime. I want to save missing kids and fight dragons and monsters. But we can't do that if you both are always fighting. So get your stuff together for the school's sake, for Bart Simpson Memorial High School's sake. Like, get it together. We got to take care of this. We got to take care of each other. And if we're fighting each other, we're not going to be doing a very good job at that, okay?
All right, for the sake of you, cuz, you know what? Hello, my name is Damien, and it is nice to meet you, Walter.
Everyone just looks at Walter.
Hello. It's nice to meet you. My name is Walter. There, we feeling better now? Did we do the big kumbaya?
Walter.
I did the thing. What more?
It'll do for now. Once we solve this mystery, we do have to seriously talk about this now. So we have the footage of the files. None of us has a USB thing to copy the files, which would be what I would want to do.
And you haven't opened any of the other files on the.
Oh, I just drag and press enter. I drag over, highlight everything, and just press enter. I want everything up in front of me right now.
Matrix style, a bunch of green letters and numbers go whizzing down the screen and across the screen from left to right. Windows start popping open left and right. You don't know what's going on, but all of it is punctuated by several instances of the word bow and then to and then me hidden inside the code. In fact, there's more to be read, but one of you is going to have to make a move in order to track it with your eyes and hopefully catch something important before it ends up just being jumbled.
Oh.
Would battlefield awareness apply to this?
You know, love is a battlefield, and they were just dealing with a loving relationship, and Mind Sweeper is a battlefield-like game. So
no, Tactical Genius.
There we go. That's correct. That's correct.
Yes. I would let you use cool instead of sharp for this role.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Mixed success.
Excellent. Okay. You managed to catch the word Zork, so you're certain that this is a program. This is somehow the code underlying how Zork works. And these two things are related somehow. You're reading a bad situation, which means you can ask a question from the list if you go into your reference again under read a bad situation move. And you got a mixed success, so you only get to ask one question.
Okay. What's the most what are the dangers we haven't noticed?
The dangers you haven't noticed.
Oh.
You never went to look at the science fair projects for Boris or Irene. You completely ignored them. Y'all went over and you looked at Felix, And you've seen a bunch of other kids, but you never investigated their science projects. They could be on fire right now. The dragons, they might have just blown them up. It might already be too late.
Oh shoot! I realized that I just yell Boris and Irene, and then I run to the cafeteria.
Which one do you want to go to first? You know where they are. Which one do you want to go to first?
Obviously Irene, because she got kidnapped.
Yeah, you go to Irene. Okay, you can actually see that Irene's whole setup is experiments in computer science. What can technology do for you? How can the internet be evolved to be something that connects all peoples together? And you can actually see on a big poster board, it lists off all the things that she's speculated that you can do, all the advancements that she's made in computer technology or experiments, and all the research that she's done looking for information about where we're going next in the world of technology.
Is there a USB planted on there somewhere?
You're
in that
looking
area?
around, you're trying to find one, and it looks like there is a setup where a computer would have been. There was a whole an extension cord that was being used to plug everything into, but it's empty, it's devoid. There definitely was there's a keyboard here, but it's not plugged into anything.
Oh, somebody stole it. Wait, actually, run back. Is it look like the keyboard matches the tower that my cousin brought over? That
Does the
Howie?
keyboard match the tower? That's
Because it would. Okay, if you are a
Hold on,
gamer,
hold on. I'm not
know.
saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm asking you to investigate a mystery.
Okay.
And then you
Investigate a
can,
mystery.
depending on your success level, you might be able to ask.
I don't know if I have investigated a mystery. Let's see, where's the button? Oh, hold on. Investigate a mystery. Okay, bam. Shoot. Why is it sharp? Always sharp. Ooh.
All right. You're looking around and you hear an explosion behind you. Walter, you and Howie, what are you guys doing?
Freaking out because the explosion happened?
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. You hear it coming from over where you think some other science fair projects were happening. Okay, so Damien, you have one question to ask. Unless you want to use luck and get a better roll, you'll have more questions that you can ask.
Do it. I'll use luck.
You are going to use luck.
Yes.
Okay, so you're down to one left.
Yes.
So you got you get a bonus of total of 3 questions that you get to ask from this list instead of just one.
Okay. Let me see the list of questions that they have. Biscuit. Where did it go?
Where did it go? You are correct. That tower doesn't match, but the boxes that you were hooking up together, the wires, all of that is a perfect match. See, the tower was actually taken from the administrative office, but the rest of it was definitely taken with the janitor's bag into the gymnasium.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
All right, we got 1 minute left.
What is being concealed here?
What's being concealed here?
Yes.
The Irene is responsible for the creation of Zork. She is also in possession of some very serious knowledge when it comes to some blackmail, some very unfortunate pictures that she has obtained, and she definitely has something to do with the stolen the USB drive that you're after.
And then last question: what can hurt it?
What can hurt what?
Zorg.
Okay. So unfortunately, we don't have time to get into this. I will answer that question at the start of our next session. But this is going to be information that you get not from looking at Irene's. No, it would be. Okay, it would be. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna have to pause here. We'll start at the next session and I will answer your question then. Hopefully by then we also have another player to add into our group, so we have a full Scooby-Doo gang. All right. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us. This has been an absolute blast. I hope you're ready for the exciting conclusion where we finally get to unmask the mystery and solve whatever's been going on. Who's really involved? Is Irene okay, or is she just being like framed for something? I don't know. We're gonna find out in our next session. So make sure you tune in next week to see all of that. I've been Javion. These are my wonderful co-hosts, Bonsai Baby, Marcus Mays, and Noir Enigma. But don't go anywhere because we have even more RPGs coming up. Right after this, we got Sarah Moore and Damon. I can't remember her last name.
Van He
Van
Van
He.
He.
from formerly Feral Games.
From formerly Feral Games, playing a game about a crown. It's called The Crown. And it's going to be awesome. We can't wait to see it. But that's going to do it for us for the rest of this episode. We'll catch you all later. Thank you so much for joining us. Y'all take care.
Bye.
Bye.